Hey YouTubers, this is Jose Garza coming to you with a discussion video about the Duel Master's Guide. If you guys don't know what this is basically a rulebook in the form of a DVD that came out in the Duel Masters collection. Now the Duel Masters collection consisted of two decks, one being the Dark Magician starter deck, the original, and then the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck that Kaiba used, the very first one, none first edition. They were both reprints, and it came with two paper play mats, and then it came with a Dark Paladin, and then this DVD player. And then this DVD player is actually, I think it's a big part of Yugioh during our time, because it's a great way to learn about the rulings without having to read a paper book, rule book. You know, this game was meant for younger children to be played by, but if you start thinking about it, like, some of the reading material in these rule books aren't really meant to be reaching out to, you know, those 6 years old, 7 years old just quite yet. I mean, yes, there may be certain children who are very good readers, but that doesn't apply to everyone. So this DVD is basically broken down into 7 chapters, and it basically breaks it down by categorizing what's the most basic rules. Most basic rules meaning, you know, what's a match? You know, what does a match consist of? Well, a match consists of, you know, 3 games, being that whoever wins two games wins the match. So that's the actual match usually, which means that in each round you win that match, you earn 3 points in a local tournament, regional or national or other big event. So it's just certain things that when you're teaching new players or like younger children, it's very hard to comprehend further rulings if they don't know the basics. So this breaks it down into 7 chapters. You got your prologue, preparation, card details, phases of gameplay, which I think is one of the most important chapters, besides chapter 1, of course. Battle damage. This one's definitely really important for those being more competitive. It doesn't break it down completely into the full damage or battle step, damage step, but it does give you a really good idea of what the steps include. You have a sample duel, which is basically visual aids and voice, which kind of like enforces that learning. And then you got chapter 7, which is more details and epilogue. So another interesting thing that I found out about this is that this DVD was released when, let's see if I can get it to focus. This DVD was released when Upper Deck was still running Yugioh. And if anyone is unfamiliar with that, it was basically a company who was in charge of making certain decisions for Konami for this game. And that just shows you, you know, that this DVD is a little bit old. Another interesting fact, let me see if I can find it, is on the left back side of the corner. You have English for your language and then subtitles in English, but then on this side you have not authorized for sale. I think this is really important because when I purchased this DVD, obviously you're not going to be looking if you can buy these DVDs, if it's legally to buy them or not. And I actually bought it from For Your Entertainment, also known as FI, here in Sioux City, Iowa. And that kind of like brought up, you know, like kind of like a surprise, you know, because I didn't expect them to have this video for sale, which is, I'm glad they had it, you know, because I really enjoy it, but it just shows, you know, maybe they shouldn't be selling it, unfortunately. But I bought it for $2.99, which is really cheap. You can find it on eBay probably for $4.99. I think is the cheapest one that I saw for today, which is July the 6th, 2016. So it's a really good price. I recommend if you have that one friend, that one maybe brother, younger sister, who who wants to play. I think this would be a really good opportunity, for them to kind of like learn more efficient about the game and not get discouraged. Because sometimes when you're just throwing, all this information, about the game, especially if you're trying to make them learn about pendulums and synchros and XYZs, skipping all the basic steps, which would be normal monsters, normal magics, normal traps, and then getting into a more detail, then it kind of gets the person overwhelmed. But anyways, if you've never seen the video, I highly recommend it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.